the moment I stopped fearing tinnitus, this was a crucial point in my journey because it was kind of the first proof that my brain was kind of feeding me hallucinations, in the sense that all of the doom and the hopelessness wasn't real. I consider that to be a hallucination of my mind because it felt real. The thoughts were definitely real. The feeling was real, but I wasn't hopeless, so it wasn't the truth. And I hope that every single person watching this, you experience this moment where you realize, okay, like, tinnitus isn't hopeless. So I'm going to talk about that specifically with me. As I've said before, tinnitus was the onset for really bad insomnia. And when I mean really bad, I mean there were nights where I couldn't even sleep through the night. I would just stay awake and stare at my bed, like stare at the ceiling. And then not a wink of sleep, the sun would go down and it would come up and I'd be like, how am I going to live like this, right? And insomnia is really bad like that because you got like 5 days like that before, you're literally like you're not even in your right mind like 2 or 3 days. So for me, I was like, that was like, how am I going to sleep with this? How am I going to be able to do this? So anyway, it was just a big thing. It was a lot of things. I was dealing with anxiety. I was dealing with the tinnitus. I was dealing with the insomnia. Was thrown on top of that. And I was like, oh my! I remember thinking this was kind of the turning point. I was thinking, if I could just get sleep, I can recover from tinnitus, because, the sleep losing that just really throws your nervous system off. But I remember specifically that I was trying to fall asleep, and I bought things from Amazon. I bought these soft kind of, it was sort of like a headband, but it had like speakers, and I'd put that on, and then it would play sounds, anything. And that actually was the first time, because I was so terrified of it that I couldn't even sleep. But so when I put that on, that was the first time it was like, it just blasted like cricket sounds. I think I like nature sound, and then I was able to kind of go to sleep. I thought to myself, that this is absurd. Like, I can't live like this, though. I don't want to be wearing a bandana every night. And I said, there has to be like something that I can do, right? And this was before I heard about habituation. This was before I knew about meditation or holding your thoughts captive, or you're not your mind. All this stuff that I teach, I didn't know any of this stuff. So I was on and off. I'd get good sleep one night. I'd get bad sleep one night. I'd wake up in the middle of the night, this and that. The batteries in the thing would break, or I would wake up in the middle of the night and it would be off my head because I'm a pretty tough sleeper. I tried different things, and I remember one night I was just really just fed up with everything. And I was laying there on the couch, and the ringing was blaring, and I'm like, this is just freaking horrible. And I'd put like 3 fans around me and just turn them all on full blast, and I could still hear the tinnitus. And I was just like, I remember I was laying there in fight or flight mode. My nervous system was shot. I couldn't sleep. I was just laying there, and I was just like, I was at the end of my rope, dude. I was like, I just don't want to even be like this anymore. And I was looking for whatever I could find, and I was scrolling through YouTube, and I found a guided progressive muscle relaxation thing, where basically you squeeze your fists, and then you let go, and you feel the the release of that, like the peace of that. It's kind of like a guided body meditation, what you will. And I was like, I don't think this is gonna help me, but I tried it. I did it. And that night, and it was like a 20-minute session, so it was a pretty long session. But I did it. I did the whole session, and I felt peace in the release. Like, I remember like clenching my fists and like letting it go. And I was able to kind of settle in. It still wasn't perfect, but it gave me just a sliver of rest, which is really what I needed. And I remember after the entire session, I just passed out, and I slept the entire night. And I woke up, and I got like 10 hours of sleep. And I thought to myself, and I did, I felt a little bit better in the morning. I did. Sleepless nights really just don't, everything is looks terrible when you don't get sleep and you're stressed out. But the next day I woke up and I said, like, I can take this day. Like, I can survive this day, you know. And that was the turning point for me. That was the moment I realized I can get past this. If I can recover one night, if I can recover one moment, if I can find peace or in 1 second, then I can extend that to the rest of my life. And that was the profound turning point for me, at least. And that's why meditation for me is a very important thing that I teach in recovering from tinnitus, because if you never learn how to tap into that peace, that inner stillness, then you're just going to be kind of thrown everywhere. Whatever emotion hits you, whatever thought hits you is just going to flood in, and it's going to drive your reality unless you learn how to pause, observe your mind, observe your experience, and learn how to sit in the stillness of observation instead of getting tangled up in the experience of thought. And if you can do that, if you can learn how to do it, it's very hard at first, but with mentors and people like me to help you, and guided meditations on YouTube and different things like that, you can learn to do it. If I can learn to do it, and I'm severely ADHD, anyone can learn how to do it. It takes practice, but it will recover you. It will really speed up your habituation, learning how to do that. So I hope this video helps. Make sure to smash the subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps the algorithm, and it gets this content to other people who are suffering. If you want to book a session below, I'd love to work with you. Hit the link below. Until next time, I'll talk to you later. Peace.